Okay, so it is time to plan the week. Welcome back, guys. I am Julie. Today I'm going to be planning out the week of September 4th through September 10th in my Hobonichi cousin. I am, per usual, a little bit behind in planning my week, so there will be some back planning in here. I kind of wanted to give you guys a peek of what my daily pages have been looking like. So at the end of the month, and this is a great sort of like way to fill up some of the pages in here if you're not wanting to fill out every single day or just feel like there's not that much to write in your daily pages. So on the last day of the month, I do a monthly recap with photos. And then on the title page, because it's not really a planning page, I don't even think it has grid on it, I sort of write out my goals. I use a little Coffee Monsters Co. calendar, and then any events that are coming up for the month ahead. And then this is how my pages have been looking. So the 1st of September, pretty jam-packed day. I didn't plan anything. Saturdays are tough, so I don't always plan Saturdays. So I'll probably use this page for something else, super random. And then I do a weekly recap on Sundays, which again is just kind of an easy way to fill up a page. Monday was a holiday, so again, didn't plan. Weekends are tough for planning. And then we're back at the grind. Like you can see on Tuesday, I clearly thought it was Monday, and now here we are on Wednesday. And one big exciting thing that's happening is that we are closing on our house in Georgia today. So that's pretty darn awesome. So that's where we're at, all caught up on the weeklies. So let's get back, or on the dailies, let's get back to the weeklies. My goodness. So I last week kind of talked about not every week needing to have stickers. And honestly, this is that one planner that I have truly felt that way. In other planners, I have felt the pressure to constantly keep up with buying kits, things like that. This is last week kind of all finished. I ended up like throwing in a bunch of things in there. Because obviously I use my planner. But this week I was like, let me actually look through my kits. And I found this kit from last year from the Coffee Monsters Co. And it is the Autumn Hobo kit, or the Autumn Hobonichi cousin kit. And I thought, you know what, why not throw this in there? You know, use up some of the things that I do have, because I haven't really been buying quite as many kits for this book. So I think we'll start off with maybe putting this little one here, just enjoying the leaves. I may not even use this entire kit. Like, that's how much I'm like, I don't really need to use stickers that often, which is kind of a weird place to be, because if you have followed me for any length of time, then you know that, I mean, I love stickers. I still love stickers. I just think that in the season of life that I'm in, I don't need to have every inch of my planner covered in stickers. But sometimes that also brings me great joy. It's just soothing. I don't know. It's just, yeah. Let's put down the weekend sticker, and let me get my weekly tab out of here. I always get asked about these tabs. They are really just Avery tabs with the Coffee Monsters Co. tab attached to it. That way I can make it movable every week, and that has just worked for me for actually the last 2 years that I've been using the Hobonichi cousin. So we'll put that down there. And then just to kind of finish off or work on the sidebar, I think I'm going to use the little dots over here. I don't typically put like a lot of to-dos in my to-do list on the side, but you know, 4 or 5 won't hurt. I always have like about 4 or 5 things that need to get done for the week. I mean, definitely a lot more, but nothing that needs to go on the weekly view. So last week I also shared that I placed my Hobonichi order from the launch, and it's already shipped, which is super exciting. I mean, I know it's going to take a while to get here, so that's totally fine, but I'm still like really excited about that. And I guess I could use these little pumpkins across the top. I always feel bad because I waste these, but I kind of want them across the bottom. I mean, there's really no rules, are there? It looks more like washi. If I had planned on time, I'd be able to put the weather across the top, but you guys, it's already Wednesday. And I'm just now updating my planner. That's just where we are in life. Plus with the holiday weekend, I wasn't in my office. I wasn't like really near my planner a whole lot. So that's just how it is. So I do a lot of like filling in like after the fact. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I actually like it because it just gives me more of that like memory keeping type of vibe. I don't think the felt looks too bad, but we'll see. I feel like when I go a long while without the use of stickers, I'm like, what do I do here? I still think I want to do the meal planning like I did last week. I guess I could track my sleep here, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. And I'm not sure if this is going to be a good match for this sticker kit. Oh, that's kind of perfect. But I liked putting like the little dots that I did last week for the meal planning in here. So I'll just do 7 of those. And that's where I'll put the meal planning. Perfect. The sidebar is done. We're making some progress. All right, so Monday was definitely a day off for me because it was Labor Day. And I think I'm gonna just try to letter Labor Day in here without totally messing it up. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, and then on Monday, we actually did run a couple of errands. So I think I'm just gonna put that right here. Kayla and I just got out of the house for a little bit and it was great, not gonna lie. Went to Sephora and did some damage, so much damage, oh my gosh. But I hadn't been there in forever, and there were some products that I wanted to try that I had gotten samples of, and I was like finally ready to buy the full size. I will say this, and this might cause like a little bit of a debate in the comments. I think Sephora's reward system is like heavily lacking. I feel like I just get so much more back from Ulta than I do from Sephora. I don't know, that's just me. So we went to Sephora. Where else did we go? We went to Bath and Body Works, and then Five Below, and Pop Shelf. So they've got some cute things in both of those stores, but I didn't grab anything. It was mainly Kayla. And since those were already done, we're good. We're good. And then even though we barbecued on Saturday, we barbecued again, so that was really fun. It's kind of funny having like this fall kit down, but also all the barbecue things. I'm just gonna use one of these stickers for just like a little bit of a work week prep, because typically on Sunday that is what I do, and then just get everything ready for the week. I'll also sometimes come into my office and like just tidy up if I didn't like the Friday before, which I definitely did not this past weekend. And I had gotten like a couple of orders in and all the boxes were just kind of dumped in here. So definitely needed to focus on that. So I think I'm just gonna call it a little weekly reset. Okay, and then obviously on Tuesday through Friday, I have to work. So I think I'm gonna just put all of those in right here. And I know over at Coffee Monsters Co., she started to do some lettering for like her today word, but I need to see, has she done work? I really hate writing work this often, and I like it in her handwriting better than mine. Okay, and my work schedule is pretty much the same as literally always. My schedule doesn't change too often. Sometimes I miss those days of having like a rotating schedule type thing. Like when I worked at Bath and Body Works, I actually didn't mind that. The only day that I minded working was on Sundays, because that seemed to be when my entire family was off work. All right, and I'm just gonna use my Erin Condren ruler to mark the whole day down. I almost couldn't see the end of the day through this ruler. It's frosted, but it's definitely not clear. So what was kind of funny is yesterday on Tuesday, my day started off with like what seemed like 50 meetings, but within the first hour of the day starting, I think like people came to their senses and meetings were just being canceled left and right. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. It was so awesome. I'm like, nobody needs that many meetings on their Monday. Even though it was Tuesday, it was still our Monday, and I was like, wow, that was a lot to come back to after a long weekend. So I was really thankful as those cancellations kept coming through. I was like, whoo, that is awesome. So awesome. But nonetheless, I still ended up with 3 meetings, which is totally fine. So I had a 10 o'clock one-on-one weekly meeting that I have. And then at 10:30, I had a mentorship meeting. And then at 11, I had a one-on-one mentorship meeting. And then I had nothing else the rest of the day, which was so freaking awesome. And then today, I actually just have one meeting, and it is for a marketing manager role. Actually, this is on, Wednesday. Whoo, Lord, marketing meeting. And then tomorrow I just have a recruiting meeting. A lot of times I don't like to put all these meetings in so far in advance. A lot of my meetings get shifted around based on other people's schedules. So it's honestly a miracle that this didn't get shifted around more, but it's so funny because this morning this one got moved. So it kind of worked out that I didn't plan until now. And so far on Friday, I've got nothing scheduled just yet. So that's freaking awesome. And I think I'm just going to actually put this emoji right here because no meetings on a Friday is awesome. And then for today on Wednesday, I am going to put that we sold our house. We actually already have been through the whole process. So that's kind of cool. So everything is like said and done. But to celebrate, actually maybe I should have put him over here, but that's totally okay. It feels so freaking good to say that we have sold that house. And I don't know if there's like an excited emoji. I have way too many in here, but maybe I could find something. It's kind of bittersweet. I absolutely loved that house, but I'm so excited that we're done with it and, just moving on to another chapter of life without having that much property in our name. Let's see. Oh, one of these might be perfect. Let's do the little stars. This is another order recently from Coffee Monsters Co., but it hasn't arrived just yet. I'm trying to be like a little bit more like thoughtful about how many stickers I buy. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. Let's put one of these really cool boxes here. And I'm going to use this one because on Tuesday I did spend some time catching up in my Hobonichi cousin because I hadn't really planned or journaled all week long. So I'm just going to put that, like a little journal catch up. All right. And then yesterday we did have a, Moxie Life affiliate call. They're getting ready to launch all their 2024 planners. And it was so freaking exciting. And I do have some exciting news tied to that, but I can't share just yet. So definitely stay tuned, but I'm just going to put that there for that meeting. And that was really it for yesterday. Okay, so for today, I'm gonna put a little to-do box because there's midweek is always like, even though it doesn't feel like midweek because the week just started, still have a lot to do. So I need to do some midweek laundry. I need to vacuum. It was on my list yesterday and it just never happened. We are debating if we want to set up our Roomba that we had in Georgia, like it's just in a closet right now, or if we want to get the one that has, and those of you that have Roombas, like chime in and let me know if it makes a difference. But there is a Roomba that's like the self-emptying because it has a bigger container. And our issue here is that only half of our house in Georgia was hardwood floor. And now it's double that because we have no carpet. So in Georgia, upstairs was carpet, downstairs was hardwood. Here it's all one floor and there's no carpet. So that means our Roomba would have to vacuum twice as much surface because we never used it on the carpeted surfaces. I don't think personally that Roombas work that well on carpeted surfaces, but that's neither here nor there. So we're thinking of maybe upgrading to because I vacuum daily and it can be a lot sometimes. And then if I don't do it, it gets out of hand. So we're maybe thinking of upgrading to the one that has the bigger container or canister that empties itself. I don't know. Haven't decided. I need to do some dinner prep, and then my, oh, I need to film this video. Of course, I want to put that because it's kind of already done. We're just going to put a check by that. I haven't done laundry, I haven't vacuumed yet, and I certainly have not prepped for dinner. That's just how life is right now. All right, Thursday, I'm going to put a big old to-do list there because Thursdays we just pretty much, we Thursday. No idea what I was actually going to say there, but that's just how my brain is. So I definitely want to clean out my fridge because the next day is trash day, and organize my pantry. I want to be one of those people that literally has a Pinterest pantry. It's probably never going to happen, but a girl can dream. But I want to get like all the matching baskets and containers. Like I recently got containers for cereal and I suddenly felt like the most badass adult on the planet, and I'm so far from it, but I was like, okay, I really want to do more of this. It's just baby steps because you just can't do it all at once. First of all, everything costs like 3 times as much as it did when we bought our house the last time and did all of these setups and things like that. And I'm just like, holy cow. I did not know plastic containers cost that much. But here we are. But I do want to get to that point because I don't like our current pantry situation. It just doesn't feel very organized. Everything doesn't necessarily have an area. So it's like I have found myself buying things that we already had, which I found to be wasteful. Anyway, it's a whole thing. We will get there. And of course, before I go this whole video without mentioning, I'm using my Uniball, the Uni 1 pen. This is the 0.5. I always get asked what pens work in the Hobonichi Cousin or the Weeks or the Touch Up, whatever. I say stick to anything that's 0.5 or 0.38. That's going to be your best bet to avoid smudging as much as possible. Or a fountain pen. If fountain pens bring you joy, do the fountain pen. I just kind of use whatever, but I stay away from ballpoint. I don't like it. If you absolutely need something that doesn't smudge, then absolutely do the ballpoint. You know, you got to do what you got to do. All right, let's put this right here. And then I think that's where I'm going to leave that. And let's get the little trash day sticker. One thing, if I could gripe about our trash situation here, is that there isn't a recycling program. However, at Jesse's work, they are like, you can bring your recycling here because they actually get paid to recycle. And they have encouraged their people to bring their recycling to work since the town that we live in doesn't have a recycling program, and we are really big on recycling. So, you know, that's just what it is, but I was kind of disappointed. And I think what will happen is as more people move here, I think that they will build a recycling program. I'm not entirely sure. Let's put trash day here, but it would be great if they did, because it breaks my heart that we don't have a whole lot of recycling. Now, I will say this, you can go to the local dump or whatever, and we've already done that. We had to bring all of our broken, damaged furniture there from the moving. It was a mess. That's a whole nother story. But they actually have an area where you can sort plastic and glass, which is really cool. So we may end up getting a container that has like dividers to put in our garage so that we can recycle, like sort everything at home and then bring it there once a month. And if you really clean out your containers and things like that, it doesn't get like gross or anything. Again, we just really like recycling. It's just our thing. Okay, Friday, no idea what we're doing here. Saturday is my youngest's 21st birthday, and I am unwell. I am not okay. But we're gonna write this in here, and we're not gonna cry because getting our planner wet would be disastrous. I really like the way that looks. That is awesome. So we're gonna take him out for his birthday. that should be fun. We were like, hey, where do you want to go? Do you want to go get a drink with your parents? He was like, absolutely not. I cannot blame him on that one. So yeah, we're not doing that. I wish I had, you know what, now I'm like, I wish I had put a little box up here, but that's okay. I will put this down here. We will probably take him out to do some shopping, out to dinner, that kind of stuff. So we'll see. And then I'm going to just put a little to-do list for, actually I do Tuesday or Friday and Saturday, because obviously there's always going to be something to do. I just don't know that far in advance what it is I need to be doing. And one thing I've noticed is that I don't always use these event labels in here, and I need to use them more. There are some things that I can add in here as the week goes on, and a couple things on Monday that I'm not going to put in there just yet, but that'll be okay. And then we'll do one more to do for Sunday, because Sunday is always a day with lots of to-dos. Lots of them. So definitely need to get some grocery shopping done. I feel like when we went to Sam's Club the week before, it really put us in a great spot as far as not having to get certain things like meat, because we like to purchase that stuff in bulk. And I'm looking for my grocery shopping emoji. Actually, let's use this one. But it's the other things that we have to keep up with, which, you know, is very normal, but also somehow still very expensive. And we're trying to find less expensive options, and there just aren't any. Everyone's like, go to Aldi. And I'm like, but Aldi is like twice as far away from us. And so I'm not sure if it's going to be worth going there. We'll see. And then I think I will use this event box, half box, quarter box. What are these called in the cousin? Does anybody know? Is this technically our half box? And then we will focus on cleaning the house. I remember last week how I said I have all of the boxes emptied. Well, I don't. We went up into the attic, and some of my planning boxes ended up in the attic. We had to bring them back down, and now if like I look to my right, there were some boxes there. It kind of sucks, but it's okay. It's okay. On Sunday evening, I am going to do some journaling, because I know I'll have photos and stuff from Nathan's birthday celebration, and I want to get all that documented. And yeah, that'll be awesome. So, all right. There we have it. I actually like the way that this looks. It's like not overly stickered, but also has all of like the really important things that are going on for the week. I hope that you guys enjoyed this plan with me. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you were already subscribed, make sure that you have that notification bell turned on so that you know when my videos are posted here on YouTube. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.